Ah, greetings, friend. Well, at the behest of the great Giblu himself, Gibbles the Great, as some may say, um, I have decided to try the Vengeance on my Alpha WAMP build. Now, a little bit of a background with me and Vengeance. We go way back, back when everyone was barraging their way through DRS10 at the time, and I guess 11. I was there with my humble little vengeance back before solitude was a thing. And yeah, it's essentially it was kind of my way of getting around the meta at the time because everyone was on Barrage and whatever was before Barrage. I kind of forgot what was before Barrage. And yeah, I haven't used it in a long time. I've kind of stepped away from explosives in general because, I mean, I used to feel that they made the game a little too easy, but I think it's more that DRS11 is just very easy because DRS10 and 12 are both way more difficult than DRS11. Um, so yeah, essentially this build it's just my Alpha 1 build, but instead of EMP, which I tend to use for emergencies or to kill like a Phoenix or whatnot, I have Vengeance instead. Now, of course, having Vengeance means I can't be as as fast and loose, for lack of a better term, with my hull because as long as I know I'm not going to die, I don't care how low my hull gets. As long as I know I'll survive, then I'm fine with that. But not having EMP and having to keep my hull above 2,000, might be a little issue. Now, I did do this run before in Dares 11. It was like a really small little test run I did, and it was all right. Um, but there weren't that many Serbs in the planet sectors to warrant vengeance. Like, there's not that many. I mean, I guess there are quite a few, but you could use any other smaller explosive and be fine there. Um, but this build, I will say, is a lot stronger, a lot quicker too. Like in DRS11, I would clear a planet sector before getting the civilian ships in. DRS12, I kind of have to wait around for a while and wait for my Alpha Wimp and just keep chaining my Alpha Wimp back to back, and eventually all the planet sectors will be killed. But not really necessary with this, right? The spawn here, pretty average. Got the Hydro sector with the Phoenix. Got a couple of really bad bomber sectors. Okay, and also like a double bomber bat sector. I've never seen that before. Or maybe I have, and it's just kind of rare. Um, so yeah, pretty average spawn here. And the neat thing about doing this or having Alpha Wimp is that I can use Alpha Wimp on two sectors. So I can cripple pretty much all of the bad sectors. Now, I didn't see that there was a double Phoenix, or, whoa, sorry. I didn't see that there was a double, what are they called, bombers up here. So it took me by surprise. I assumed that I would only have to be dealing with one. But I guess the fact that there were two wasn't really an issue. It was everything in this sector sort of not dying because oh yeah, I guess both my two of my three mass batteries were targeting that, so I couldn't kill all these signals. And yeah, here is where I would usually have EMP for something like this, where I get caught out and with like half hull and whatnot. Luckily, I do have a decoy drone as a secondary emergency thing to help me escape this sector. Um, so yeah, and just like that, all the bad sectors are kind of taken care of with only two ships. I could, this ship has to kind of pick fights that it can. It doesn't even need Alpha Wimp 4. Like this right here, don't need it at all. Teleport it up there just to keep it safe for a second. I didn't mean to clear this sector. It wasn't really in the way, but you know, I guess that's how it is. And yeah, I was looking around for a second sector, but I guess I could use it on the Hydras, because the Hydras do take a fair amount of hull to kill. And normally I would have my ships sort of jump in and out between, or well, not between. How would you say when one ship gets kind of low, I teleport out and substitute one in. You know, that way all three of their hulls are taking the brunt of the damage instead of just one ship. Move out of the way of that destroyer there. I believe up here I took out those two bombers that were still lurking around, and moving away from these Sentinels, or Sentinels ghosts. Yeah, that discovery about moving away from ghosts, you know, reducing the damage you take is pretty big. I didn't really utilize it in this run, but it is pretty big. A difference of how much damage you take. So yeah, because I kind of killed everything pretty quickly, didn't really have much to do. I was kind of just clearing things, you know, very. I can't think of words, man. I'm getting old is terrible, but leisurely, yes, that's the word, leisurely, yes. And yeah, waiting for the old alpha lamp to come back off cooldown. Having a good time. I could have moved away here, but I didn't see these ghosts come in, but it's all right. It's not dual laser. Yeah, you know, I guess that is also another thing. With the Stooges build, this might be having vengeance on one of the ships might be a bit better because I can clear every other sector with the Stooges build, and I guess technically I can clear some of the planet sectors with the dual laser, but if I have to clear a planet sector like now, or you know, it takes a while to do things. But with Vengeance on maybe the dual laser ship, even though dual laser and Vengeance don't really see eye to eye because they kind of cancel each other out, but um, there's enough capital ships in DRS12 to warrant a Vengeancing, I would say, because you have the Phoenix, you have the Hydra, and you have the 100,000 hull carrier. I guess sometimes the Hydra is two storms instead, but two storms is about the same hull. Actually, the exact same hull as a Hydra. I guess the big Hydra. There's little Hydras inside there, but yeah. So Vengeance might be really good for the Stooges as well. It might be the last thing I need to get over the hurdle to make the Stooges successful all the way. Um, yeah, I suppose I kind of relied on EMP a lot for everything because it's really good with mass battery. You can do a lot of damage with just EMP and mass battery, and mass battery can take care of most things on its own. You can just have EMP to stun everything. But with the Stooges, I might need more than just universally good or general use mods. I might need some more explosives, despite the rocket launcher ship having all the explosives. I probably need to spread them around a little bit, but I digress. So yeah, Alpha Lamp back off cooldown. Now, I did make a mistake earlier. I used my repair drone early. When doing this build, I probably shouldn't do that. I should save my repair drone for the planet sector because this ship used it early. But if if I were to use my Alpha Lamp or use Vengeance, which would trigger my Alpha and Lamp, or just Alpha, I suppose, I would be at 2,000 hull, and I wouldn't be able to heal myself. Whereas if I save it for later, like over here, be easy. And yeah, you sum up my muscle memory there. Normally I would jump onto the Phoenix and then walk into the destroyer to kill it with mass battery. And usually with Alpha Lamp, I can kill it pretty reliably there. But no, I don't need to do that. I can just sit on the Phoenix, which is the biggest hurdle in these sectors, Vengeance everything, and suddenly I have most of my Alpha Lamp sitting on a half-dead Hydra. And if I were lucky, the carrier could also be teleporting into my range as well. The carrier doesn't avoid you, it just teleports around randomly, including into you, like it could teleport into your firing range. Um, so yeah, that's pretty nifty there. Thank you, Jiblu the Great, or Jibbles the Great, the mighty Jiblu, Emperor Jiblu, for reminding me of my old obsession with vengeance. Good old days, blowing sectors up and whatnot. And yeah, and a lone carrier is actually very, very easy to kill, even without a shield. They don't do that much damage because they spit out normal um, sentinels, not dark sentinels. So that's not really a big deal at all. Um, yeah. So essentially, I didn't think this build could get any stronger. I guess what one thing that would have made it stronger is leap, but with having no shield, you kind of need decoy and repair drone because they save your hull a lot. Um, but yeah, this I didn't think it could get stronger, but yeah, here we are. And I guess I felt it. I didn't need vengeance in D11 because there weren't that many SERPs to use it in D11. Oh, that interceptor made me take a lot of damage from those ghosts. I didn't see that one. I was over here dealing with Andreas and his lovely ghosts. So, but yeah, as you can see, every volley of sentinels only takes 600 damage, or deals 600 damage to my decoy drone. And I can sit on the uh, carrier, for as long as I can before it teleports away. But even then, I can sit there, I can use my repair drone and heal when I get low. It takes a few volleys because again, it's just regular sentinels. But yeah, you can see I can kill or work on the planet sectors while also defending. Something that I couldn't really do before. I would have had to wait on my alpha lamp and do with that. And of course, I didn't use my alpha lamp that whole time, and it was up again. Now, I could have waited for vengeance again, but I didn't think that was going to be necessary. So here we are. And I guess technically I could have used my vengeance to hit this third planet with this one ship, taking out these two, or I guess cleaning up these two, really. Um, yeah, I could have easily come over here, sat on the Hydra, or at the carrier, let the signals trigger my vengeance, and use decoy to survive. But I figured no, I'll let the other ships get some fun in, right? Sadly, this one didn't really experience much more than just defending, but yeah, that was very, very quick, and might I add, very, very clean. Had no real issues. Sometimes I do have some issues clearing the planet sectors post Alpha Wamp, but no, Vengeance just took care of everything, and yeah, and from here it's just defending the usual stuff. No real change here, but yeah. So that is pretty good. I guess I can use this whenever I am like just too tired or I'm in a hurry to like do runs and whatnot. I might still prefer my usual EMP just because it's a little more challenging, even though it's not a lot more, but it's still I had to like well I guess without with EMP I just wait around and wait for Alpha Lamps to come back off cooldown and keep coming at the planet sector. So I guess it wouldn't be that much more difficult. It would just take longer. So I don't know what to think, but I do know that vengeance on my on the Stooges would be really really good. I guess the only ship, the only ship it could go on is the Dual Laser because the battleship has regen shield, which is not ideal for vengeance. I mean, you can make it work, but again, not ideal. And then the rocket launcher ship already has leap. I guess I could replace I could replace EMP, but EMP is useful. Like I think getting rid of one EMP on the Stooges would be okay. EMP has a very short cooldown, and even though it is a bit of a crutch on the Stooges build because they kind of need it, I think Vengeance would be a little better because I don't always use EMP on all three ships on the Stooges. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Anyway, so yeah, rambling aside, that is all for this little test run. I shall see you again some other time. Ta ta for now.